let's start off with telling everybody about the Digicore story. I mean, you're one of the fastest growing companies in South Africa. Maybe, let everybody know what it is that you guys do.
Well, it's humble beginnings from 1985. Our CEO, Nick Flock, started his business back in that year, and so did I with our family. And from there we just grew. In 1998, we all came together to list as Digicore Holdings. So we're a listed company on the JSE, one of the few companies left from that listing year. And the rest is history, actually. The last 7 years we've had phenomenal growth, over 50% year-on-year growth. So it's really been a very exciting time for us.
Excellent. And sort of the product range that you're doing, I mean, you're into the security, car tracking, fleet vehicle tracking. Are there new product areas you're moving into in the future, or are you staying with the core for now?
Well, we obviously started off with the commercial, the truckers, where the tire hits the tar. That's where we started, and that's the core of our technology. It's also very demanding in that industry because our solutions are used to manage large fleets, to get best utilization out of those fleets, and core competencies in terms of drivers as well. And in the last 3 years, we entered into the consumer market, where every vehicle needs tracking in terms of insurance approvals, and we've entered that market. And I think the challenge has been for us to have a product which is cost effective in that market, because the technology is highly expensive. And we've just recently launched our C-Track Insure, which is very cheap at 99 Rand a month with a small installation fee, and very comparable, in fact cheaper than a lot of the beacon-based radio technologies.
Excellent. Now, I remember we met 3 or 4 years ago now, and we started with a CRM project here. As I remember, we put in ACPAC CRM to kind of help the sales force and whatever. That was a key thing for you, being the sales and marketing man in those days. And how's that rollout gone, just purely on the CRM side?
It has been very helpful for us up until today, and it has expanded into our other business as well. And also with the integration of the ACPAC billing side has been critically important for us.
I think today there's not much left on my price list, Mark. I mean, we've got service manager in here, we've got manufacturing, we've got CRM, we've got the back office, and lately the e-marketing. So, bringing the whole business together, and maybe you can give us a little summary on how that all works for Digicore.
Well, I think it's critical for us to understand that with a huge influx of customers, our customer base has more than quadrupled in the last 3 years. So we need to manage customers a lot better than what we did in the past. So a lot of our manual processes we had to get rid of. We had to automate a lot of our processes, and this certainly has assisted us in managing a huge amount of transactions. But also important is to be able to market our offerings. We've got a lot of value adds, to be able to communicate with clients without actually picking up the telephone or visiting them.
Yeah, I think you're one of the bigger companies always use the ACPAC CRM as a business process tool. I mean, the actions, the flows and everything. And have you brought in your own operational system now into the CRM layer? Because you own your own technology, don't you, on the tracking side?
Yes, no, we do. We have a very strong IT back end in terms of our tracking, and we've integrated that into CRM as well. So that's the incidents that we have with customers, we are able to more effectively give them a service level that they desire. When there's a recovery or a theft that needs to be actioned, we've got all the detail, and we're able to access the client a lot easier, and his information is also updated in terms of the response and the result of the incident.
How's the expansion going geographically, and are you looking to roll out the systems once the blueprint's kind of complete?
Yeah, we by year end, which was June this year, we were in 32 countries. We're now in 36 countries, so we are expanding. Africa is a very exciting base for us. We're in quite a number of countries in Africa, but globally speaking, we're on every continent. In North America, we're in Canada. We haven't gone to the United States yet, but I'm sure we will eventually get there. But I think we're just taking a very conservative route.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we pride ourselves on being technology innovators, a bit like you do. So having you guys as our customer is fantastic.
Keith, I think it's very clear that, with the expansion that we've had in terms of our customer base moving into the consumer market, we needed a system that could handle it effectively. and I think ACPAC has done that very well with the CRM integration with it. Moving from a couple of thousand clients on the commercial side into 10, 15,000 clients ever so suddenly, the system's done very well for us in assisting us to contain and also maintain those good relationships with these new customers that have come on board. And with the expansion globally, we are certainly hoping to see the effect of implementation into Europe and the UK and Pakistan, which can also benefit from the system.